This week, a very, very important week for us as we move forward. Like the mentality in the classroom today, and then walking out there again, a lot of fundamental improvements, end the clock situations, scenarios that we must get practiced. But when you look at the video from Saturday night, great learning opportunity for us, great learning experience. But we must take tremendous, tremendous strides in moving forward this week with this football team, especially our style of play. I liked our energy. Like I told you Saturday night, I liked our approach, but we're still haven't really learned how to finish plays. And it's the second and the third efforts that go into being able to make plays. So this week, along with fundamental improvement, our schemes, moving forward with our schemes, its overall style of play, and really what it takes to play and make plays. The second, the third, the fourth efforts, the overall ability to finish plays. We must continue to grow and learn each and every day. Again, classes are out now, more of a training camp environment, and we have to continue to demand from each other and move forward. We are getting closer to naming a starting quarterback. I'm going to go back and watch the film this morning, a little bit tonight, but I expect if things go the way they've been going, we'll name a starting quarterback at some point this week. But again, I'm not going to set any time frames. If it happens, it happens. There are no deadlines. We have time. But again, I think we're getting closer to a decision in regards to our quarterback position. We're still creating our habits, our younger players. Again, everything is about habits, good and bad, even in walkthrough. If you don't have the intensity, the mental effort in a walkthrough, just by the way you line up, the way you get in your stance, you're practicing, you're performing poor habits, and that translates on the game field. And again, we're working on our maturity. No way are we game ready, but I did think we took some steps in moving forward Saturday night.
Based on the scrimmage today, was there any area where you actually thought you did better after watching the tape than you did Saturday night?
No, about what I thought walking off the field. I thought each position group made strides, some more than others. But I thought as a football team, we gained some confidence. We had some individuals step up and make some big plays. We scrimmaged live, special teams as well. And so we're also trying to define roles for everyone in this football program. That's been the message to our team, is a sense of urgency. We have individuals fighting for battles, fighting for positions on this football team, and not just offensively and defensively, but in the special teams game as well. And as we all know, roles are always constantly evolving. Roles change. Josh Dobbs is a prime example. He didn't even make the travel team when we played Florida last year, and then a couple weeks later, he's our starting quarterback. And so you define roles, but roles are ever changing, and that's why it takes everyone locked in.
Hey, Butch, what went into the decision, or what did the guys do that got their black stripes removed?
Well, that's the other exciting thing today is we had 4 individuals have their black stripes removed, newcomers in our football program: Derek Barnett, Jalen Hurd, Emmanuel Mosley, and Ethan Wolf. So those 4 individuals, their stripes were removed, and it was the players' staff. And those 4 individuals have earned the right to have their stripes taken off. It's something that they'll remember forever in their Tennessee careers. And when your peers elect to have your stripe taken off, that's a pretty big deal. And so very deservingly so. And then it's a illustration of the rest of the younger players that you're competing each and every day in everything from your body language to your approach in the meeting rooms, the way you take the practice field, to your style of play is being evaluated. Alton Howard has been extremely consistent in his approach from the summer now into training camp. He's making plays for us. He's in better condition. He's changed his body, and just his overall demeanor, his concentration levels, his focus, and he needs to continue now what has got him to this point. The effort, the focus, the change in lifestyle, being more disciplined, and enjoying being around. And I think our players have done a great job of holding him to a high standard of accountability, but it really comes down to him. Alton is a talented football player. That's not been the question. but it's getting the 8 hours sleep, getting the extra treatments, getting in the cold tubs, spending extra time with Coach Z, not just knowing the slot position, but knowing all the receiver positions on the field, being consistent in practice each and every day. And that's what we've seen so far from him. And it's a tribute to him, and it's a testament to him. Now the challenge is to keep it up for an entire length of a football season.
Which, how much of him kind of getting back on track would you say is credit to him, credit to some of his teammates around him?
Well, it starts with him first and foremost. You know, it's self-accountability, but also it's his teammates of holding him accountable. And some of those player staff meetings were very, very intense, and they laid out a structure. They laid out a plan that he had to adhere to, and they held him accountable. But it starts with yourself, and it starts with, you know, football is a lifestyle, and it's a dedication game. How much are you going to dedicate yourself to being the best person, best football player that you can be? There are no off days. You have to think it, you have to live it, you have to be a part of it every day. And so much, there's direct correlation. The way you live your life off the field is a direct correlation to how you went on the field. It goes hand in hand. I've seen it. You know, Antonio Brown, again, is another great illustration of what he's doing. Best wide receiver in the National Football League. That doesn't happen by chance. That happens by dedication, dedicating yourself to being the best football player you can be. And a lot of times, especially your young players, you don't understand. In a 12-game season, 4 years of eligibility, you have 48 games to represent the University of Tennessee. You can't waste one opportunity. And when you become young, you forget. You have the rest of your life to do some of the things. If you want to be the best student athlete you can be, you dedicate yourself every second, every minute of the day is about your personal growth and development. Kimbrough Tompkins is another great illustration. And that's a reason why they're performing at a high level. I had one of the most rewarding nights I've had. I bet you I talked about 15 former players in the National Football League about how their training camps are doing, how they're progressing, their style of play. And you know, those are great illustrations for our current team right now. You are building habits that will form you, that will make you the person you are for a lifetime. And that's part of our commitment. When we recruit a person at the University of Tennessee, I always say it, it's a lifetime commitment to them. It's life-changing because those great habits that they form will last a lifetime and will put them over the top and be the difference maker in their life.
Coach Derek Barnett's a guy that you, Coach Stripp, the meeting with other players keep mentioning. Is it his playmaking ability for a freshman? Is it maturity, being consistent? What's kind of different about him making him stand out?
Well, there's a lot of things that go into it. First of all, his maturity. His maturity is being a true freshman. His work ethic, his mental approach, his consistency in performance each and every day, not just on the field, but in the classroom. And it's great to see when a younger player earns the respect of his peers. Now he has to continue to earn that respect. He has not arrived. He is not game ready yet. But his ability to make plays, but his overall effort and his demeanor has been great to see. And our players see that. And that's why they have the respect that they have for him. Von Pearson has had a very quiet but very productive training camp. And again, we're asking a lot of him to know all receiver positions, and he's doing a great job. He brings it every day. We've been on him about the mental approach, though. You know, the mental errors. You know, we cannot have mental errors. And, you know, we've said it. You may get sick and tired of hearing me saying it, but it's the truth. We can't control our youth and experience. We have to control the controllables. What is it? Our mental approach every day, our effort, our fundamentals, being assignment sound. What's the easiest way to lose a football game? Not play with great effort, be undisciplined, jump off sides, drop footballs, and have missed assignments. And those are all things that takes zero talent. We call it TNT, takes no talent. And so those are the things that we're, with this young football team, we're constantly on them every day. Control what you can control, and that's winning the day, winning the rep, winning the play.
Is he athletically what you thought he would be when you got here?
Yes.
What he can do with the ball?
Yes, he's very dynamic with the ball in his hands. Now, again, it's that football stamina. Can you catch a pass and a run after a catch for 40 yards? Get up, hand the ball to the official, have another completion. Advance the ball another 10 yards. Get up, hand the ball to the official, and then run a deep ball. You know, is that in your mental conditioning, in your physical stamina, and your mental stamina? Do you have that within you? Those are all the things where he needs to improve his game. It starts with that, is the overall stamina, mentally and physically.
How much work did Marlon get Saturday night? How did you grade him on the field?
Yeah, Marlon got some very beneficial reps, not only in the run game, but out on the perimeter, but also in the pass protection game, and then in our Wildcat package as well, our Vol package, which we'll see a number of different running backs as well. So his reps are very, very valuable. Again, him and Jalen continue to compete. And then when we get Darrell Scott back this evening, that'll be great to see as well. But Marlon, again, has been extremely consistent for us.
Butch, can you talk about the NCAA voting to give the Power 5 conference more autonomy, what that means for the sport as a whole and for you and the program individually?
Well, I've been so caught up with our football program, but I do know this. Anything that we can take care of our student athletes and provide them the things that they need to be successful, not only on the field but off the field, I'm in favor for it. It's all about the welfare and total development and benefit of the student athlete. So anything that's within reason, I'm all for. And again, I've been kind of living in a bunker. I don't really know too much around me, but again, I've been very supportive of taking care of our student athletes.
Which, how is Michael Sawyers doing right now?
I'm sorry.
How's Michael Sawyers doing right now?
Work in progress. Again, it gets back to that physical stamina, him understanding what it takes to play at a high level in terms of finishing plays. He's nowhere game ready where he needs to be, but what I like about Michael is he understands where he's at, he's able and he's willing. But again, everybody wants to be able to do something. Everyone has goals and aspirations, but when the moment of truth comes, the moment of inconvenience, what do? Do you keep your goals in mind, or do you step back? And we've spoken to our young players, and I think Michael's a great illustration of self-talk. You know, what are you saying to yourself? Are you talking to yourself, or are you hearing yourself talk? And that may sound kind of crazy, but it really is. Everything is about self-talk. What makes the Navy SEALs the way they are? The mental conditioning. That's what separates great players. Every great player has great mental toughness. Look at Peyton Manning. There isn't anybody more mentally tough than Peyton Manning. Eric Berry. You know, you just look at all of our players right now in the National Football League from Tennessee. All great players have that inner drive to be the best. And, you know, we joke about it, but everybody says I'm a beast. Everybody wants to be the beast, but can you be the beast when the beast is needed? And that's a term that players like to use today. But really, there's a lot that goes into that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.